I'm about to check out this video that you guys sent to me. The name of it is she made unwanted advances on him and threatened to fire him if he talked. I think this is the chick from the Mindy Project, if I'm not mistaken, man. Check out the original video uninterrupted by me. The links should be in the description. Let's check this out. Hit that like button. Let's get straight into it.
Guys, welcome to Better Bachelor. My name is Joker with a face for radio and a voice for print. Don't have the beanie on today. It's 65 degrees.
I mean, I never turned on a video and started it with the dude roasting the hell out of himself. It's like, hey, my face is for radio. I don't think we should ever see my face.
God love Tennessee. But it's kind of
I wonder if my face is good for radio. Is my face good for radio? It's barely good enough for YouTube, right?
Miserable out. I did get my motorcycle out at least for a little while. So I enjoyed that very much. This is a story I talked about on a live stream earlier over on Locals today. And I actually did a little bit more digging and I found some additional content that
I'm saying, Hunter, this is another YouTuber. If you don't know who we're speaking on, that's another YouTuber. They said his wife's a pizza party. Everybody get a slice. Everybody get a cut. That's crazy. His wife is the pizza party of the YouTube community. Everybody get a piece.
That I didn't even have for my live stream. As you guys know, Velma is a horrible TV show. HBO Max came out with it. It's getting crushed by the left, by the right, by everybody. It's just being hated on. She hates on men. She hates on...
Yeah, I'm seeing people on the left not rocking with it too as well. I was surprised by that.
White people. She hates on straight people. Apparently, it's okay if 15-year-olds are illicit substance dealers. Like, the whole show is just an absolute wreck. But I say, you know, what bothers me the most about this stuff, and I talk about this time and time again, double standards. What's good for me, but not for thee. And Velma, or this Mindy Kaling, who is a raging feminist, hates men, everything else. She comes out and she says,
I don't know much about Mindy. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm not really a Mindy fan, right? I probably watched like one episode of that show. I think she's from The Office, right? I think I've only watched like 2 to 3 episodes. I know. I really wanted to watch The Office, but then Netflix like took it off for America. Anyway, I digress. But I will binge watch The Office. I think she's on it.
Basically, she sexually took advantage of male coworkers and laughed about them being uncomfortable and laughed about them not being able to say anything for fear of getting fired. And
wow.
Again, so many times we're like, oh, imagine if this was reversed. Imagine if these roles were reversed. Well, what about it? You know, we do have to look at this in the double.
Yo, fam, maybe I'm trying not to be biased, but from experience, I've been harassed in the workplace and no one cared because I was a man. This is facts. In fact, I was fired. And when I went to a lawyer, he told me that no one would believe me because I was a man. So I had to just take that on the chin. Just take that L. But yeah, that happens all the time to men and no one says anything. It's like they don't care. So that's crazy. You watched her on The Office? Okay, so I'm right. She was in The Office. Was she good? Was she a good character on The Office at least? Was she like funny, entertaining?
Double standards that the media and Hollywood and all these crazy...
I don't know much about them.
Crazy feminists are putting forward.
To be honest with you.
The first clip I have here is 60 seconds. It's from an old Conan OBrien clip that came out a few years ago. I'm going to play it. I'm going to put it here on YouTube, even though the mainstream, which is ABC, NBC, CBS, all these, they really, like, if they catch any snippet out of this, they will tag your channel and claim monetization. Then you have to go through a week of fighting with them, and half the time you lose and get a channel strike. I'm going to play some of this, and I want you to hear, number one, how she takes advantage of her coworkers.
Unwanted. Going to lose playing clips of these. Yeah, I would love to do reactions to Conan. I'll react to Conan all day. Conan's my guy. That's like my favorite late night host. I've been rocking with Conan since I was a child, bro. So I would love to do reactions to Conan, but they gonna hit your boy with like a plethora of strikes.
Unwanted is what I almost said. Takes advantage of them unwillingly on their part. And then but I'm just going to break it up just a little bit so we don't get in trouble here.
A real gentleman. He came on the show and we had to do this flashback sequence where we were in bed together in college.
She's talking about one of her male coworkers that she actually hired to work on the show with her.
Mm-hmm. And we're just supposed to be having a conversation, but like, he's so tall and he's so handsome. that in the middle of it, he was just supposed to be like, what do you think, Mindy? And I was like, and I looked around and I improvised just kissing him in the.
Okay. So she improvised.
Whoa. If this was a man doing this, it'd be a wrap. If this was a man doing this, it would be over. Like this wouldn't even be a discussion. You're just like, I'm gonna kiss him. I'm gonna just kiss him. We're supposed to be doing the scene. It's not even in the script. I'm adding a kiss to the script because that's just what I'm doing. And I hired you. If she was a man, it would have been over. Like that wouldn't have even been any form of discussion. It would have been a wrap. Her career would have been done. And I'm not even calling for that. I'm just pointing out the double standard.
Improvises kissing him, and we'll play the rest of this. Now, again, I want you to picture any male, anybody, Henry Cavill, and he improvises an unwanted kiss on a female co-star.
Yeah, see.
Now, granted, her.
And then like that's like the worst type of thing you could say to me. I don't like leg compliments. I don't like any compliment that seems girlish, unless you're calling me pretty for some reason. Don't mind that. I'm a pretty ass person. But like nice legs and the booty stuff. I don't like that. Girls be trying to do that. I don't like that. That's weird. Girls, stop. Most men, like, if they're not into that. But if they are, I'm not kink shaming. We don't kink shame in the fan gang. Like what you like. But yeah, that's the worst. A leg compliment. I don't know. I wouldn't like that. I would feel mad uncomfortable if I was that dude.
Male co-star didn't say anything. We didn't hear anything in the news. But even if he did, people would come out and say, "Oh, dude, don't be such a puss." Like, who cares? Who cares?
It's crazy.
But if a man did it and the woman didn't want it, she said the same thing. It would have been, "Oh, we need to cancel him. We need to fire him. Career over. Get out of Hollywood."
Right.
Problematic. Done.
It'd have been over.
And a lot of these women will come out 5, 10, 20 years after something happens just to get a little bit of clout, as they're an aging actress in their 60s, not getting any work anymore, and they want to get their names in a headline. And so they'll tell a story that happened 20 years ago that now all of a sudden is relevant, like Gina Davis is doing against Bill Murray. We'll continue on with this.
Scene. Which is not
I don't even know about that. I know nothing about no Bill Murray. I don't mind those. You like the leg compliments? You've been working on them? What about somebody say something about glutes? What if the chick walk up, she slap your butt? Looking real healthy back there with your thick self. You looking real right. Looking gluteus up. What you doing out here with all this ass? Double cheeked up on what you gonna say on a Friday afternoon? What you gonna say then? You gonna be with it? You gonna be with it? You don't like that? I ain't kink shaming. Whatever you into, man, have a ball. Whatever you into, enjoy yourself. Look at the nice juicy round booty on that. Oh no. Yeah, I would never speak to someone ever again and they said something like that to me.
It's not, see, you just went for it. You just started kissing that guy, that picture. Yeah.
Just looming.
Okay. Everybody's laughing. It's funny, everybody. Now, again, the truth of it is guys don't care. No, he's not going to be like, "Oh, I'm going to."
Of course not. He's not going to make a big thing out of it. But damn, bro. You said been doing extra day. Yo, you're a weird person. But guess what? Fang gang is full of weirdos. I'm a weirdo too, so I'm with you. You found the right place. I'm not trying to get my booty complimented though. That's all you. Double cheeked up. They better never tell me I'm double cheeked up. Dead lives. What about lip compliments? I guess I don't know. That's not like legs or booty. All right, lips. Whatever. That's nothing too crazy. Right? Unless you wilding out. Unless the girl's gonna go off with that, like, "Oh, those perky pouty." Like, whoa. Whoa. But just telling a guy he got nice lips, I don't think that's too serious, right? Deadlifts, overhead squats, man. And I've got to step up my squat game, man. I feel like I fell off a little bit. I'm stepping my James. I don't want no chick telling me about how my glutes look.
Claim she did this and that and the other, because men just generally don't. Even if it's with an unattractive woman, men are going to be like, whatever. Like, it's a TV show. It's Hollywood. No big deal. But everybody's laughing. It's funny when it makes them uncomfortable and she gets what she wants.
It's fishy.
Again, if it was a man doing it, completely different.
He was looming above me. Yeah. And he asked me a question. I was not listening to him at all.
Man,
who cares what he was saying? And I was just like,
who cares what he's saying? I mean, he's just an idiot male. Who cares? He's just pretty, so I'm going to kiss him.
Let me read that. I was told that I know how to fill my jeans. I don't know what body part they were talking about. That's crazy. I would have asked. I'd have been like, which, back or the front? I don't want to hear about the back, but if you talk about that front, you know what I'm talking about? Hey, helicopter dance. They don't. They're going to get demonetized. Check me out on Patreon, man. I'm not going to be doing the helicopter dance on Patreon, but am I going to have my shirt off, chopping down trees like a lumberjack? Maybe. You never know. Maybe even a leopard skin laying down like this type of pose. Oh, fireman. I'll do the fireman with the axe. Maybe I'll come out with a BXBeastBoy calendar on my Patreon. You never know. That was not a confirmation.
And then he reacted like that, and I pretended it didn't happen. And then I walked backstage where he...
Okay, now this is the key part. The whole double standard. The whole double standard right here.
Yeah, she kissed him and act like it never happened, and no one said nothing. They just, in fact, they're laughing at it right now. It's funny. It's fun and games right now at this point. It's hot fire to come out here and laugh about that. This is so crazy. The double standard is wild.
2 writer producers, Ike Barinholtz and David Zassin, and they're like, "Hey man, what are you doing? You could be sued for that." And I got very scared. And then I said, "Tell anyone and you're fired."
Tell anyone and you're fired.
Wow. Wow. Hey, I think this is the best time to do this.
Yeah.
You nasty fam, you nasty. You nasty fam, you nasty. You nasty fam, you nasty. You nasty fam, yeah. You know your name.
Helicopter dance. Helicopter. My bad. We're not going to explain that on Patreon. Maybe. You know, I got to stop doing that. People are going to expect stuff on that Patreon, see? That's why I got to stop doing that. Expecting it on the Patreon. Helicopter. I was getting it real quick. That's crazy.
If that doesn't sound like, the also me movement.
Yeah, this is wilding. She's wilding. Like, oh, if you tell, I'm firing your ass. That's pretty nasty. That's nasty. No one's going to talk about that.
Where someone in power, a man in power, takes advantage, usually sexually, of a female co-star because he has, institutional power. And next thing you know, out he goes, out of the business, sometimes sued, sometimes loses the rest of his movies. Yet she admits she did that to one of her male co-stars. And since she was, I guess, producer or director of the thing, she said, if you tell anybody, I'm going to fire you. This is a feminist for feminism. And to make sure that men are punished for these egregious actions. But as always, what's good for me is not good for thee. Here's an article. And this is about a different situation. This comes out.
To make me rewatch that. I love American Pie. That's my giant. I don't like the straight to DVD ones, like the Naked Mal and all that stupid.
2012. So this is now almost 11 years old. Mindy Kaling talks about talks kissing and harassing co-stars on the Mindy Project. And this is from USA Today. Primetime power comes with perks, according to the star and creator of the Mindy Project. On Tuesday night, Conan.
Perks? That's how they wanted to describe it. Perks, though? That's what they went with? They was like, perks. Let's just make this some perks, man. This is something good. This is something nice. It's nice. It's a little benefit that you get. You get to just randomly kiss whoever you like when it's your show.
Conan's on Tuesday night's Conan, which was the interview we just watched. Mindy Kaling admitted that she gets a bigger kick out of on-screen kisses now that she's in charge of casting the men she locks lips with. On The Office, I had to kiss people and things like that, she said. But on this show, there's like full-on roll-around.
Yo, if she was a man, people would be losing their mind, bro. If she was a man, people would be snapping. There'd be riots.
Takeouts and stuff. So she admits to hiring men to work with for these love scenes that she finds attractive, specifically attractive. Again, would this be okay if a man admitted that?
No.
Saying, I'm not hiring these women for the...
No, it would not be. People would lose their minds. So she out here using whatever TV show this is that I think I might have watched like half the episode of to get her hookups on. That's filthy. That's filthy. Well talk. I always appreciate your moral viewpoint and funny commentary. Well, thank you. I appreciate that, man. That's what I'm here for, man. I'm trying to bring you guys as much value as possible, whether it's entertainment, or maybe even some knowledge, or maybe we learn something together, man. You know what I'm talking about? Conversation, all types of stuff.
Their acting ability.
Thank you.
I'm hiring them so I can make out with them on film and find a reason for it, even though he might be overweight, unattractive, and not a very good person. They say Primetime Power. I already read that. On The Office, she said, I had to kiss people. But on this one, full on make out, I don't know why they double. It's like they give you this short little blurb and then they literally repeat the same thing.
Yeah, the same thing. I've always found that annoying when I read articles online.
First 2 sentences. Man, I hate that. She says, and sometimes she gets to make those people a little uncomfortable too. Isn't it funny? She makes male co-stars uncomfortable with her unwanted advances. When I'm rolling around and making out with someone, in my experience, I don't do that often where I'm not saying something like, I love you to them. She said of her real life experiences. So it's very hard. I have to not say that to the actor I'm doing that with because it really creeps them out. So I guess she has a habit of telling her co-stars when she's making out with them.
Because she loves them? Yo, yeah, Finn, this is crazy. This is no different from like somebody that I guess is super, super not social. And then they get celebrity and they use the celebrity to, I guess, be a shortcut and not have to be social, right? She seems like if she wasn't famous, she would have no luck with men, right? Or at least not the men that she desires, right? Okay. It is what it is. And also, I don't mind, right? Like when it comes to that, that's something that people make too much of a big deal. If someone uses their social status as a way to, I guess, get in the position to be able to get a date, I'm not someone who cares about that. I know. I mean, NBA players get dates because they're in the NBA, or actors that get dates because they're actors, or just someone who has a decent job, they'll get a date. Doctors get dates because they're doctors. I don't care, right? Like the game is the game. If you want to compete, then you compete. Who cares, right? But the double standard, if this was a man, people would be going crazy right now.
Because she's attracted to them and she's hired them specifically because she's attracted to them. She has a hard time not saying I love you to them because it creeps them out. When you kiss in real life, you are feeling passionate. And she said, you use your tongue. But on TV, you're not supposed to use your tongue. You fake it. Sure, you're not supposed to. But Kaling admits she sometimes forgets that all-important tongue rule. She said, yeah. And when I do it on the show now, it's like the worst kind of harassing someone.
She's admitting to all of this is crazy. Just because she's a woman, she's going to get away scot-free. No one's going to ever even talk about it.
Because I'm like the boss, she joked. And they're scared to complain because I'll fire them. So apparently more, other than the video I just showed, more conversation continued on after it. And this is what she was saying about it. So again, the whataboutism is so tiring. I get it. But the fact is, it is so prevalent. Yeah, you almost have to kind of do whataboutism. What about if a guy does it?
Yeah, you have to. That's just fair, right? That's one of the, like, I guess, fallacies or whatever within the dating that people are like, oh, you can't do this. You shouldn't. Like, shut up. What are you talking about, man? You absolutely can do a whataboutism, right? If it makes sense, right? If you can't, then people are just going to be hypocrites. People are going to be blatant hypocrites and feel like they never have to play a fair game because they could just throw you're doing whataboutism. Like, yeah, because I would like fair treatment. I would like it to be an even playing field. So for something like this, I obviously going to bring up, if it was a man, this would be different. And it's true.
What if a guy says, hey, I only hire females I'm attracted to? Who cares what they say? Like she said in her clip, who cares, what their actual lines are? And I make out with them, and you're not supposed to use tongue, but I use tongue anyway, because I kind of forget.
Crazy.
And then when I'm called out about it, I'll say, shut up or I'll fire you. This is the new Hollywood.
Hold on. Let me see this. Let me read this thing. It seemed like it's a compliment. And I wanted to feel nice. So I'm going to read this. I'm here, bro. I'll follow you where to go because I'm glad I found you and your real outlook on how things really are. Well, thank you, man. I really do appreciate the kind words, man. Thank you, man. I do this to bring you guys as much value as possible. So I really do appreciate the kind words.
And again,
thank you, man.
Like that's the
end. That's awesome.
No more story.
I had the best.
No more, it's wrong. World. No more, this is irresponsible. No more, how dare you? And I think what's interesting and what's important is this is one of the reasons why the wokeism and the feminism and the leftism and all this stuff will eventually fail. Because yes, there are going to be a lot of people that are just all in no matter what they see. But all it takes is one or two instances or one or two stories or one or two things that makes you say, I don't believe any of this anymore.
Yo, real talk. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of it. When it comes to the Me Too, I'm done. I'm done. Handle it accordingly. This whole witch hunt stuff, I'm not rocking with. There's been too many of these stories where it's just like, that was just a bad date. Why is like that like a big thing? Like
now, I'll be the first to admit, I'm going to talk a little bit politics here for just a second. I will be the first to admit in 2016, I did not vote. I don't like politics. I hate all of them. I wish we should have minimal government. That's kind of how I feel about things. So it's like voting for one evil or another evil. I don't like either of them.
Like picking your poison.
But I remember in 2016.
I say that all the time. It's like a pro wrestling match, right? They come out here and they go against each other. One person plays the hero and the heel, and then they go behind the scenes and they high five. Psh, good match. And then the person who's telling them all to do whatever they want to do, that's the real villain. I mean, person in charge. The Vince McMahon of the storyline, who we don't know who that is. We don't know who's Vince McMahon within the government. No idea. We're going to find out, though.
When Trump was talking and he kept saying, fake news, CNN, fake news. I'm like, you know what? This guy is such a loser.
Oh, damn.
But all it took was me seeing a video clip of something Trump said during a speech and then seeing an MSNBC or a CNN or some other headline, and it left out a big part of his quote, or it misquoted him, or it outright lied about him. And I said, wait a minute, that actually is fake news. They are lying about him. Now,
yeah, they do. They do be lying about Trump. Man, the mainstream news lie about a lot, bro, not just Trump. I don't really trust mainstream media at all when it comes to information. I got to do my own research. And it seems like YouTube is becoming a new mainstream like platform, right? Like I consider a lot of these YouTubers actors at this point. A lot of these people are fake, bro. They're fake. So yeah, I would do research regardless, right? If I hear something, even if it's a source that I'm like, well, it's reliable, I'm still going to look into it regardless if I'm like interested in it. And
love him or hate him, that's irrelevant.
But mainstream media,
you can hate the guy.
They definitely don't lie. They've been doing that.
If news agencies are purposefully leaving out quotes or leaving out details to give you a complete 180 different view of the situation, you have to say to yourself, I can't trust this organization anymore.
That's why
viewership.
Bro, there was a story. I forgot. Somebody could tell me maybe if you recognize the story. But there was some girl who was attacking another girl with a knife, and the cop put her down. Cop gave a warning, put him down. Why, when I was watching the story at first, they never mentioned the girl carrying a weapon, nor did they show it. They clipped it out. They and trust me, I edit, right? I'm a YouTuber. I edit my own videos. So I seen the editing that they did to where they cropped it out where you couldn't even see the weapon. I was like, why would mainstream news do that? Oh, it's popular to paint police officers as villains. That way you can get your ratings up and people are going to come and watch the clip. Got you. Disgusting.
Is falling off. Well, the same thing is happening for ABC and NBC and CBS and CNN. And in many cases, even Fox News. People are saying, wait a minute,
that's funny.
Something's not right here. This mainstream stuff is lying to me. And then when they see things like the double standard here of Mindy that we're talking about, and you say, wait a minute, you guys push this also me stuff and how bad this is, but you're doing the same thing.
Right.
And just like that, somebody that was all in might now only be like, well, I agree with the idea.
And now they're going to be off with, yeah, that's exactly what's going to happen. It's going to be the boy that cried wolf.
Idea, but I'm not so sure. And then one other event happens and they say, you know what?
I think the other one, is it Chicken Little? When I said the sky was falling? I forgot. But same kind of story.
Being lied to. And something else comes out and they say, you know something, that whole thing was a sham. All of it's a sham. I think that's what's happening. And it's taken us a few years of chewing on this glass of this crap. But now with Velma and this TV show that I have the poster for here, this Velma, even the left are kind of going, hey, you know what? This is crap.
Yo, fam, people keep telling me. I asked in my last video on it. I was like, yo, y'all want me to actually break down Velma? Right, man, I don't want to do it, but if I get enough comments, I don't know why I asked that. Every time I ask that, people go in. I said that for She-Hulk. People was like, yo, big dog. We need that episode by episode, player. We need you to watch the whole thing. I asked about Velma. People was like, yo, Beast, OG, listen. We need you to watch that. I was like, why did I ask that? I knew it. They're going to put me through it, man. Whatever. I'll roast it the whole way. I don't mind.
Like, this is all, it's all double standards. They're making fun of, they're feminizing black people. They're saying that, that all Asians are this and all whites are that. I'm not so sure I like this anymore. I think this is going to hopefully be the year that it, instead of being like anti-woke, I think it's going to be like post-woke. I think the more that the mainstream tries to cram this down our throats, the more people are going to say, you know what, I don't like this anymore. Kind of tired of it. It's boring.
This is facts. And it's already happening. This is the process that's going on right now, currently.
It's pedantic. It makes fun of people. It's negative. You're full of double standards, and I'm out. So we'll see what happens and how things turn out. But as always, it's good.
It's already going to happen. It's already happening right now, man. I'm going to link this channel so you can check out the video in full without me interrupting it. But yeah, I agree. This Mindy person is wild, fam. And the fact that they was bold enough to be like, I could just come out here and just tell you what I'm doing and no one's going to do nothing because I'm a woman. It's crazy. And yes, people already noticed the double standard and they're already like, bowing out gracefully within that fight. But tell me what you guys think in the comment section. Hit the like button. Also subscribe if you haven't, man. Check me out on Patreon or sign up for memberships if you're able to. And if not, don't worry about it. It's all good, man. It's all good.